Good day everyone, we are the Group 5 and today we were going to report the Chapter 5 which is Digital Security, Ethics and Privacy. I am Princess Joy Ancheta and I'm with Ramirez Mark and Glyza Gonzalez. Before we start our discussion, these are the objective overview of this topic. Feel free to read. So let's move on and let's discuss the digital security risk. A digital security risk is any event or action that could cause a loss of or damage to a computer or mobile device, hardware, software, data, information, or processing capability. Any legal act involving the use of computer or related devices generally is referred to as a computer crime. Cybercrime is an online or internet-based illegal act. These are the digital security risks. First is unauthorized access and use. It refers to situations where an individual gains access to a computer system, network, or data without permission. Next is internet and network attacks. These are cyber threats that target computers, network, and online systems to steal, alter, or destroy data, disrupt services, or gain unauthorized access. These attacks can be carried out by hackers, cybercriminals, or even state-sponsored actors. Next is hardware theft. It refers to the stealing of physical computer devices such as laptops, desktops, servers, external hard drives, USB drives, smartphones, or other electronic equipment. This type of theft can lead to data loss, security breaches, and financial damage if sensitive information is stored on the stolen device. Next is system failure. It refers to the unexpected breakdown or malfunction of a computer system, network, or software, leading to downtime, data loss, or operational disruptions. It can be caused by hardware issues, software errors, cyber attacks, or environmental factors. Next is software theft. It refers to the unauthorized copying, distribution, or use of software without proper licensing or permission. It is a type of intellectual property theft and is considered a cybercrime. And lastly, the informational theft, it also known as data theft, refers to the unauthorized access, copying, or stealing of sensitive personal, financial, or business information. Cybercriminals use various methods to steal information for financial gain, identify fraud, or corporate espionage. These are the example of digital security risks: hacker, cracker, script kiddie, corporate spies, unethical employees, cyber extortionists, and cyber terrorists. So let's move on and let's proceed to internet and network attacks. Information transmitted over networks has a higher degree of security risk than information kept on an organization premises. Malware. Malware is a short for malicious software. Consists of programs that act without a user's knowledge and deliberately alter the operations of computers and mobile devices. There are 6 common types of malware. First is virus. Virus is a potential damaging program that affects or infects a computer or mobile device negatively by altering the way the computer or device works without the user's knowledge or permissions. Next is worm. Worm is a program that copies itself repeatedly, for example, in memory or on a network, using up resources and possibly shutting down the computer device or network. Next is Trojan horse. Trojan horse, a program that hides within or looks like a legitimate program. Unlike a virus or worm, a Trojan horse does not replicate itself to other computers or devices. Next is rootkit, a program that hides in a computer or mobile device and allows someone from a remote location to take full control of the computer or device. Next is spyware, program placed on a computer or mobile device without the user's knowledge that secretly collects information about the user and then communicates the information. It collects to some outside source while the user is online. And lastly, adware. Adware is a program that displays an online advertisement in a banner, pop-up window, or pop-under window on web pages, email messages, or other internet services. These are the steps of how a virus can spread via an email message. Step 1. Unscrupulous programmers create a virus program that deletes all files. They hide the virus in a word processing document and attach the document to an email message. Second step. They send the email message that contains the infected attachment to thousands of users around the world. Third step. Some users open the attachment and their computers become infected with the virus. And lastly, other users do not recognize the name of the email message. These users do not open the email message. Instead, they immediately delete the email message and continue using their computers. These users' computers are not infected with the virus. A botnet. A botnet is a group of compromised computers or mobile devices connected to a network. A compromised computer or device is known as a zombie. Next is a denial of service attack or DOS attack. This wraps computer access to an internet service. Distributed DOS attack or DDoS attack. Next is a backdoor. A backdoor is a program or set of instructions in a program that allow users to bypass security controls. And lastly, spoofing. Spoofing is a technique intruders use to make their networks or internet transmission appear legitimate. Next is a firewall. A firewall is hardware and or software that protects a network's resources from intrusion. So next is unauthorized access and use. Unauthorized access is the use of a computer or network without permission. Unauthorized use is the use of a computer or its data for unapproved or possibly illegal activities. Organization takes several measures to help prevent unauthorized access and use. First, acceptable use policy, and second, disable file and printer sharing. Access control defines who can access a computer, device, or network, when they can access it, and what action they can take while accessing it. The computer, device, or network should maintain an audit trail that records in a file both successful and unsuccessful access attempts, username, and password. Next is a passphrase. A passphrase is a private combination of words often containing mixed capitalization and punctuation associated with a username that allows access to certain computer resources. Next is a PIN. A PIN or a personal identification number, sometimes called a passcode, is a numeric password either assigned by a company or selected by a user. Next is a possessed object. Possessed object is any item that you must possess or carry with you in order to gain access to a computer or computer facility. Next is a biometric device. A biometric device authenticates a person's identity by translating a personal characteristic into a digital code that is compared with a digital code in a computer or mobile device, verifying a physical or behavioral characteristic. These are the unauthorized access and use: fingerprint reader, hand geometry system, signature verification system, face recognition system, voice verification system, iris recognition system. So next is the two-step verification. Two-step verification uses two separate methods, one after the next, to verify the identity of a user.
Software tips. Software tips occurs when someone steals software media, illegally register and or activate a program, intentionally erase programs, and illegally copies a program. Software tips. Many manufacturers incorporate an activation process into their programs to ensure the software is not installed or more computers than illegally licensed. During the product activation, which is conducted either online or by phone, users provide the software products identification number to associate the software with a computer or mobile devices on which the software is installed. Software TIF, a license agreement, is the right to use softwares. Typical conditions of single users license agreement. You can install the software on only one computer or device. Some license agreements allow users to install the softwares on a specified numbers of computers and or mobile devices. Make one copy of softwares as a backup. Give or sell someone to another individuals, but only if the software is removed from the user's computers first. You cannot install the softwares on a network such as school computer, lab, just like that. Give copies to friends or colleagues while continuing to use the softwares. Export the softwares, rent or leave the softwares. Information thief. Information thief occurs when someone steals personal or confidential information, while encryption is a process of converting data that is readable by humans into encoded characters to prevent unauthorized access. So, um, this is an example of public key and encryption. First step, the sender create a document to be sent via email to the receiver. The second one is the sender uses the receiver's public key to encrypt a message, and the third step is the receiver uses the private key to decrypt the message, and the last step is the receiver can read or point the encrypted messages. So let's move on to the information thief. The information thief, the digital signature is an encrypted code that a person, website, or organization attaches to an electronic messages to verify the identity of the message sender. Often used to ensure that an impostor is not participating in internet transaction. A digital certified is a notice that guarantees a user's or a website is legitimate. A website that uses encryption techniques to ensure the data is known as a secure site. Hardware theft, vandalism, and failure. Hardware theft is the stealing digital equipment, while hardware vandalism is the act of defacing or destroying digital equipment. Hardware theft, vandalism, and failure. The hardware theft and vandalism safeguard like physical access control, lock doors or windows like that, alarm system, physical security devices like cables and locks. The last one is device tracking up, hardware failure safeguard like surge protector, uninterruptible power supply or UPS, duplicate components or duplicate computers, and fault-tolerant computer. Backing up, the ultimate safeguard. A backup is a duplicate of a file, program, or media that can be used if the original is lost, damaged, or destroyed. To back up the file means to make a copy of it. Off-site backup are stored in a location separate from the computer or mobile device's site. Backing up, the ultimate safeguard. Categories of backup like full, differential, incremental, selective, continuous data protection, cloud, like that. So wireless access possess additional security risks. Some perpetrators connect to others' wireless network to gain free internet access or confidential data. Others connect to a network through unsecured wireless access point or the WAP or combination. Ethical and society. Technology ethics are more guideless that govern the use of computers, mobile devices, information system, and related technologies. Information accuracy is a concern. Not all information on the internet is correct.
So let's move on to intellectual property. Intellectual property includes original creations like inventions, art, writings, logos, and company names. Intellectual property rights protect creators by giving them control over their work. Copyright safeguards tangible forms and expressions, such as books, music, and films, preventing unauthorized use. Digital rights management is a strategy to use prevent illegal distribution of digital content like movies and music. It helps protect creators' work from piracy. Understanding IP laws ensures respect for creators' rights and prevents legal issues. And next, Code of Conduct is a written guidelines that helps determine whether a specification is ethical, unethical, or allowed or not allowed. Let's take a look at these 5 examples of IT Code of Control Conduct. The number 1 is technology may not be used to harm other people. Number 2, employees may not meddle in other files. Number 3, employees may use technology only for purposes in which they. Number 4, technology may not be used to steal. Number 5, lastly, technology may not be used to bear false witness. Green computing involves reduce the electricity and environmental waste while using computers, mobiles, in-device, and related technology. So, let's take a look to the green computing tips. Number 1, conserve energy. Use computers and devices that comply with the Energy Star program. Energy Star: do not leave a computer or device running overnight. Number 2, reduce environmental waste. Use paperless methods of communicate. Recycle paper and buy recycled paper. See recycled toner. Information privacy refers to the right of individuals and companies to deny or restrict the collection, use, dissemination of information about them. Huge database store data online. Websites often collect data about you so that you can customize advertisements and send you personalized email messages. Some employers monitor your computer usage and email messages. This is how to safeguard personal information. Number 1, fill in only necessary information and rebate warranty of registration forms. Number 2, do not reprint your phone number or social security number on personal checks. Number 3, have unlisted or unpublished phone number. Number 4, if you have caller ID, find out how to block your number from displaying on receiver's system. Number 5, do not write your phone number on credit or charge receipt. Number 6, as merchants, do not write credit cards, number, phone number, social security numbers, and driver license numbers on back of your personal check. Number 7, purchase goods with cash rather than credit or checks. Number 8, avoid shopping club and buy your card. Information privacy. Information privacy. Information about you can store in a database when you fill out a printed or online form. Create a profile on the online social work. Register a product warranty. A cookie is a small text file that a web server stores on your computer. Websites use cookies for a variety of reasons. Allow for personalization, store users' names and or passwords. Assist with online shopping, track how often users visit a site. Target advertisements. This is how cookie step-by-step cookies work. Step 1. When you enter the address of website in the browser research your hand drive for cookie associated with the customer website. Step 2. Cookie information. If the browser finds a cookie, it sends information in the cookie file of the website. Step 3. If the website does not receive cookie information, it is expecting it. The website creates an identification number for you, its database, and sends that number to your browser. The browser in your creates a cookie file based on that number and stores that cookie file on your hard drive. The website now can update information in a cookie file whenever you access the website. Let's move on to phishing. Phishing is a scam which a perpetrator sends an official-looking email message that attempts to obtain your personal and/or financial information, which clickjacking, an object that can be tapped or clicked on a website, contains a malicious program. Spyware is a program placed on a computer or mobile device without the user knowledge that secretly collects information about the users and then communicates the information it collects to some outside sources while the user is online. Adware is a program that displays an online advertisement in a banner or pop-up window on web pages, email address, or other internet services. Social engineering is defined as gaining authorized access or obtaining confidential information by taking advantage of the trusting human nature of some victims and variety of others. The concern about privacy has led to the enactment of federal and state laws regarding the storage and disclosure of personal data. See Table 5.3 and 5.246 for a listening major U.S. government law concerning privacy. Content filtering is the process of restricting access to certain material. Many businesses use content filtering. Website filtering software resists access to specified websites.